Good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Derrick Casey coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Happy Friday to everyone, man. Super excited to share this video with you guys this morning before I get my day started. Man, but yes, it has been some great news, man. If you didn't get a chance to see my video from last night, definitely go back and check that video out, man. I'm just sharing some a great testimony that has happened for me and my family with you guys. And I'm about to talk to you guys this morning because after that video, I was actually sitting back last night and I was thinking about something. And I was like, what if I would have said no to this opportunity 2 years ago? What would my life look like today? If I would have said no 2 years ago, what would my life look like today? And to be honest, when I think about it, it makes my stomach sick inside because I know what life was like over 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, guys, it was rough. Even going back 3 years ago, looking at my financial situation, I've always worked a job. But as we know, when you're only working on one income, guys, life can be very hard. I have 4 beautiful babies. I'm married. And I could definitely tell you, being the breadwinner in my family, it took a toll on me some days because, the bills were getting paid. We were maintaining. We had a roof over our head. We had 4 wheels. But there were just other things that were happening due to my financial situation being where it was at that held us back from so many things in life. I just got tired of window shopping. It was nice that me and my wife would sit on the couch together and our quality time together would be looking at Zillow.com, those realtor type websites, just looking at homes and just imagining, right? Imagining, hoping and wishing, just praying that one day that, that could happen for our family, different things that we would be able to take trips and, just really not have to stress about money because the bills were paid, money's in the account. We could do more. But then after we got done, looking at those sites and hoping and wishing, we had to come back to reality to understand that our situation was far away from that. Now, when I was a young man, because I wasn't taught financial literacy and the rules of the money game and, how the wealthy been staying wealthy for so many years, I followed the same path that my parents taught me, right? I followed that same path. And I'm thankful for them teaching me to be a hard worker and, provide for your family and things like that. But when I got older, it was like the decisions that I made as a young man came back to bite me in my butt when I became a parent and when I got married. And I started to see that happening because when you single and you got, your credit bad, you're overpaying in taxes, you got debt, the only person that you really have to worry about is yourself. So you can kind of skate through like, I ain't worried about the credit. I'm good over here. Just stack up your chips and do what you got to do. But when you become a parent and you become married, that whole game changes. And I could definitely tell you, like, because my financial situation was all jacked up, overpaying in taxes, having bad credit, buried under debt, not having 2 nickels to rub together for like my retirement and my children's future, right? It really started to show. Just imagine this, guys. And I want you guys to visualize this. We were looking for places to get our family into. And when you have bad credit and you're looking for houses to rent or apartments to rent, what are some of the things that you have to do? Well, you got to fill out applications, right? You got to pay application fees. Then they got to pull your credit and your background, okay? They got to pull your credit and your background. Well, because of a mistake that I made some years ago, far long ago, right? I ended up being locked up and having a felony on my record, right? So that's a ding against me right there. Then my credit score is horrible. So that's 2 things already. And these are the 2 biggest things that can hold you back. But I had to take a chance because we needed to get our family into a house or an apartment so we had a place to live, right? So just imagine filling out those applications, paying those application fees, turning in that stuff so they can pull your credit and your background, right? And sitting back sweating bullets because you already know that there's a great chance that you're going to get denied. And you will go, and the craziest thing about it is taking your family to these homes that look so nice inside. The kids are excited. Your wife is excited. They're like, oh my God, I love this place. The kids can have their own room, things like that. Just to come home and then receive a phone call to say, sorry, you don't qualify. So now my wife is now frustrated. My kids are upset. We're still stuck in the situation that we're in. It's just that feeling. It's like giving them something, right? Giving something to your family and then taking it back, right? And that's how it was. Sitting down, looking at TV, and my kids are like, oh, we want to go to Disney. We want to do all of these things. But the way my bank account was set up, we just couldn't do it. We just didn't have the room. At times when we wanted to do anything for our family additional to paying bills, we had to take money out of the bill money just so we could do things and then have to figure out how we were going to replace it, right? And I think a lot of people can relate to that when I talk about it. So, but I was introduced to a program that truly helped me out. And one of the things that I tell people is that, like, with this program is a prove it first. Because when I got introduced to this program 2 years ago that helped put me and my family in position to be able to do more, I didn't know, like, it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's a business side to it and everything, I needed it for me, my own personal reasons. Because when I saw this program, I saw a way out. I saw an escape from that financial prison that we had been in for so long. Like, I saw it with that. And one thing they tell you is that you got to be able to see things behind your eyelids before you can see it in front. And I knew that I believed. And when I sat down with my wife and I talked to her about it, it was one of those things where she didn't see it. She didn't understand it because she was so used to us losing all the time that nothing outside of that even made sense to her. Because she got tired of being set up for failure, right? Getting excited about things that just get ripped away. Like, she just got tired of that. And I totally understand, I totally understood where she was coming from in that moment. But I knew that I needed to do something. And when I saw this, I had to get plugged in. I remember making the investment, getting started, and the results that I seen right away was what really opened my eyes, because I had been working a job and not realizing that I was overpaying in taxes. Well, I knew that I was paying a lot in taxes, but really didn't understand that I was overpaying in taxes. I didn't know that until I got to this program. And I started working with the experts, and they showed me, by doing this, we can help put more money into your paycheck. I was like, oh, really? I did exactly what they told me to do. You know what I'm saying? I uploaded my last 2 pay stubs, my most recent tax return. And guys, I got an additional $450 a month that came back into my check. An extra $450 a month. So mind you, that's an additional $450 a month that's not accounted for because my regular pay was taking care of our bills. So now that's a little extra cash flow that I can use now to do more things, pay off debt, take my family out to do things and not really stress as much, right? Then within about a week of me getting started, my credit score jumped 80 points and I saw a repo removed off of my credit report. When I tell you guys that I was so excited in that moment when I saw that, because I was a person that just, like, my credit was so horrible that I just didn't even think about it. I was like, it is what it is. I'm going to keep on moving, right? That was just me. And I know a lot of people had that mindset. They like, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to sit down looking at research. I was just like, it is what it is. But when I saw that 80-point increase and I saw that repo being removed, I knew that I was on to something big. And when I went back and I showed my wife, like, what was going on, she was like, oh, my God, like, really? And that's when, like, the real journey started, okay? Now, what's crazy about it is that when it started helping me, the one thing that I always been passionate about is helping other people. So when I found something that was helping me in that moment, all I could think about was all of the other people that were struggling like me, right? Overpaying in taxes, dealing with bad credit, buried under debt, not having two nickels to rub together, right? For their retirement, for their future. So when I seen that, I was like, man, I got to start telling people about that, right? But the difference is that I can't tell people, oh, you should do this or whatever the case. I wanted to show them the results. And that's what happened for me. I started sharing my story. I started showing results to people, like to show them that it was possible. Because it's one thing to tell somebody something, but when you can actually show them concrete evidence that it actually works, that's a whole different conversation, right? So when I started showing people, it was like, they were like, oh my God, and boom, they started getting on board. And then this is how my business side of this started to evolve. When it comes to the business side, guys, if you have a passion for helping people, this business, this opportunity is for you. If you're a person right now that's overpaying in taxes, if you're a W-2 employee, if your credit is horrible, if you are buried under debt, if you don't have two nickels to rub together, this opportunity is for you. Why? I'm gonna give you the reason why. Because they have a platform with a team of licensed experts, right? CPAs, CFPs, enrolled agents with the IRS to help you get in position, to help you save, make, and grow your money. How do you save money? Well, first and foremost, you got to stop overpaying in taxes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I learned about this, I was like, I want my money back. I'm going to give you a reason why. Because the money that you're overpaying in taxes is only making the government rich. They're taking that money and making investments and making even more money and doing those things. They take your tax money and put toward programs that you will never be able to benefit from. Why? Because the moment you need help and you go into these programs that your tax dollars are paying for and you say, I need assistance right now, they're going to look at your situation and tell you that you make too much money. Why? Because they're going to base it off the gross income that you don't even see. Because after all of those minuses come out, after all of them taxes come out, you only got the net that's left. But everything that you do, they base it on your gross. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to think about. See, I'm trying to wake you guys up to understanding how this game really works. How this game really works. So when I started seeing that, I was like, yeah, I want my money back. So I followed them. Then when I started learning more about my credit side of things, and understanding that when my credit is down, my interest rates and insurance premiums are up, which means I am spending more money than I should be. So I needed to reverse that and get my credit scores up so that way that the insurance premiums and the interest rates can come down. So all I had to do is, because I have a team of experts with this program, I uploaded my credit reports for me and my wife, and they started getting to work for me. See, what I love about this program is that I just did the little things that they need, right? Providing them with the ammunition, right? My experts with the ammunition to go get in the battlefields and fight for me and my wife to get us in position to truly make wealth real, for us to be able to experience the things out of life. I just had to give them the information that was needed, right? Just had to upload and input and do those things. So when I started following that, that's when things started to really happen. When I started sharing this with people, I started generating an additional income on top of that, right? So when we talk about saving money, you got to learn to reduce them taxes. You got to get them credit scores up so them interest rates and insurance premiums can come down so you can take that money and increase your cash flow. Then you got to learn to eliminate debt, right? So when you start to get your money back from taxes, when you start to get your credit scores up and save money on your interest rates and insurance premiums, now you have an additional cash flow to tackle the debt that you're in, right? Take that money, shift it into your debt, start paying off that debt, and freeing that debt up, right? Because could you imagine what life would be like if your debt was zero? If you're not paying the banks and the government, all of this stuff, if you ain't had that type of debt, what would your life be like, right? So this is what this platform has educated me on, and that's what I followed, right? So like fast forward to over 2 years, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to purchase a new vehicle last year at the age of 36. I've never been able to purchase a new vehicle, but because of this program, it put me in position to be able to walk into a dealership, tell them what I wanted, not the other way around. Them telling me what I qualify for. I said I want that vehicle because my wife drove it and loved it. They pulled it up, they ran the paperwork, boom, we got into the car. That has never happened for me. That was an exciting moment. But over the time, because I've been helping so many people by sharing these videos, you know what I'm saying? I do presentations throughout the week to break this information down and helping people get plugged in just like I did. I was able to increase my income. Guys, I was able to take trips. This last month, I took 2 trips. I was in Atlanta and I went to LA, back-to-back weeks. And the whole time I was traveling, I was getting paid daily while I was on my trips, all from telling people about this opportunity. And the crazy part is that I didn't have to be the expert. I don't have to sit down and do paperwork. I didn't have to do any of those things. All I had to do was expose people, tell them about it, show my results, share my testimony, invite them to see the information, because once they heard my story and then they got a chance to see the information for themselves, it just made all the sense in the world. It was a no-brainer. People were jumping on board. People were jumping on board. And then we got them plugged in, and guess what happened? They started seeing results, and then they started going out there to help other people. That's what I love about this opportunity, because this opportunity empowers people. It empowers people to be able to live a life that they didn't think was possible, but more or less give them the confidence to go out there and empower somebody else. And that's what this opportunity has done for me. It empowered me in a time when I needed it the most. I seen my financial situation cause a wedge in my marriage, a lot of frustration, just a lot of exhausting days. And for the first time, you know, because of this program, we don't have to worry about that anymore. And we just getting started. See, this program is to help put you in position to be able to do more. And then on top of that, they just added a real estate division to our program. So now as you are fixing your financial situation and working on that save, make, and grow your money, right? Now I'm in position to be able to do that. But you got to take care of the other areas in your life, right? You got to take care of reducing the taxes, again, your credit scores, right? And eliminating that debt. So that way you are now in position to be able to take your money and grow your money. And with this program, you're going to be able to do that through our private banking. You're going to be able to do that through our land banking, right? Being able to create assets, right, in your life. And then on top of that, guys, now you're going to be able to buy, sell, flip, and invest in the properties through our program. But it's all a step-by-step process to get you to that point. So when I'm thinking about this and I look at where I was at 2 years ago, the Derrick that was 2 years ago versus the Derrick that's today, I'm so full of joy. I'm so grateful, so excited that I was smart enough to say yes to this opportunity. I want to give a shout out to Toby Price once again. I'm going to shout him out to the end of my days, because it was him that exposed me to this opportunity that has changed me and my family's life. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Brian House for his vision, being a man of God and not just making it about money, but making it about God's mission, right? And that meant the world to me, because I've been working on my walk with Christ, right? So when I heard that from him, that was something that really hit home. That made me know that I was a part of something that was bigger than me, something that could literally take and change our economy around for the better. And I wanted to be a part of that journey. I wanted to be a part of that journey because I want to be able to help do God's work. Help bring people out of those financial prisons to be able to do more. Because the thing is that when money is not an issue, and I know they say money isn't everything, but it's right up there with air, right? Breathing. You got to breathe, right? Because try living life without it. Life sucks if you don't have the cash flow and the income coming in. But because of this program, we can change the game. We can truly change the game. And that's what I want to share with you guys. You know, because of this now, just this week, received a phone call that this apartment living, right, that we've been in this apartment, is not going to cease to be because we got approved to buy our first home. We got approved. So awesome. So awesome. We got approved. That's exciting because that's the next step. That's the next big milestone that we're going to get a chance to check off our list. And then on top of that, what's even more exciting, because of me helping other people, the money that I'm making from my business, because I'm helping people, is going to help pay this house off faster. Yeah, it's a 30-year mortgage, but please believe, within 10 to 12 years, that house will be paid in full. It will be paid in full because of this program. How crazy is that? So guys, I'm not here to tell you this for y'all to like give me the golf clap and congratulate me, okay? I'm not doing that. I'm not looking for kudos. I'm not looking for that. What I'm looking for is for you guys, if you are in that situation and you've been looking for a way out, guys, I'm just telling you, the door is open. All you got to do is walk in and we're going to help you get there, okay? The door is open. So I want you guys to understand, like, I'm one of the realest people on the internet. I would never do or say anything for my own personal gain. But from seeing, when I can share my testimony, can't nobody take that from me. Can't nobody take that phone call that I received just on Tuesday saying that you are approved to buy your home. Next week, we're going out to start looking for homes, right? In the next few months, we're going to be moving into our first home that we own. And when I tell you guys, when I got that phone call this week, it wasn't, the excitement was there when I heard it. But I'm going to tell you what made me more excited was hearing my wife and my kids scream with excitement. To see them hugging, feeling joyful. That's what I work hard for every single day. Days that I'm tired, I just want to lay down. But I know if I take my foot off the gas pedal, none of this is possible. And that's what I get excited about, man. And I want people to experience that. It's not about the money. It's not about, oh, lavish living, but it's about being able to be in control of your life, man. To be in control. And that's what's been missing for so many people. One of the things that I heard, man, that truly hit home for me is that if you give people the power to feed you, you give the same people the power to starve you. See, we've been part of a system that was never designed for us to win. So from the day that you walked into school, into these schools, they were already gearing you up to be part of this system. Because the minute you walked into school, your teachers told you where to sit, you know what I'm saying, what class you were taking, when you could take lunch, when you got to come back from lunch, when you could do recess, when you can go home from school, right? They were telling you that as kids. When you got into college, they were telling you, hey, these are your courses. This is what time the courses start. All of these different things. They were telling you all this stuff. Why? To get you in to work for somebody else and build a dream. See that, like, they don't tell you all of this stuff. They say get the dream career, but they fail to tell you all the cons that come with that. And I'm not saying that working a job is bad. I still work my job. I got to start work here in a little bit, right? But when you start to understand a little bit more of the situation, when you understand those things, you move a little bit different. even while working a job. You move a little bit different. You think different. You make better decisions, putting you in position to where now 65 or above being your retirement year has been drastically reduced, right? Because I could definitely tell you within 4 years, I'm not working in the corporate world anymore. That's a fact. I'm not. With the information that I got my hands on, the platform and the experts that I have, there's no way that in 4 years I'm working in corporate America. By the age of 40, I will be fully retired, doing what I love doing, spending more time with my family, building my business, and helping other people. That's what I will be doing for the rest of my days. That's what this opportunity allows you to do. Take control back. And that's what I want to help you guys do. So I hope this video really hit you guys. I know it's early in the morning, but I had to get up. You know what I'm saying? Look, sun shining on my face. You know what I'm saying? You see the excitement, man, the joy. Follow my journey, guys, because in the next few months, y'all going to see me and my family stand in the house that we choose with the keys. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be ready to invite you guys. If you ever in Dallas, y'all better hit me up. I'll fire up the grill once we in our new home and invite you and feed you, break bread with you. Let's talk money. Let's get to the bag, man. Let's stop playing around, because this can happen for any of you that come across this video. So if you want to know what it is that we doing, guys, listen, let's make it happen. Come talk with me. We grown. At the end of the day, if it's not for you, that's cool. I'm not here to beg, plead, or convince anybody. Why? Because I'm already getting results. The things that have happened in my life should already show you that, man, what I'm doing works. Over 2 years, I wouldn't be hanging around with something over 2 years if it didn't work, if I wasn't getting the results. And y'all can continue to follow my journey. Some people need to see more. Some people need to, whatever case, but follow the journey. When your day comes and you finally work up the confidence, all you got to do, come hit me up. Let's have a conversation and let's talk next steps and let's get you on your journey as well. All right. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get my day started. Just want to say love you guys. God bless. This is amazing, man. Listen, it is time to truly make wealth real. Let us help you save, make, and grow your money and put you on the path to freedom. All right, let's talk to you soon, all right?